Kia ora koutou talofa lava malo Ilaleni symbol of Anaka, and welcome to Kiwi News Briefs. Hi, I'm Benno, and welcome to a roundup of what's happened in New Zealand and around the world. First up, the coalition genocide has begun of Maori and Polynesian people. The coalition government has been warned by specialists that people of Maori and Polynesian descent have for decades been affected by colon cancer even after the age of 30 and the age of 58, which they've just placed on nationwide medical GPs, has actually not catered for anyone who is being affected below the age of 58. And with those percentages so high, we'll keep you posted on this genocide by the coalition, New Zealand coalition government. Now, I mentioned the school lunch issue last week, and I mentioned that Dr. Evil and Quasimodo Seymour have begun to deprive the next generation of nutrition and education. The fact is, they're only giving $3 for each person up and down New Zealand who needs a nutritious lunch. And with their salaries over $140,000 plus, Dr. Evil, Luxem and Quasimodo Seymour seem to be totally out of touch. Now, people who were in charge of the lunch program prior to the New Zealand Coalition genocide stepping in, they have all decided to do a about turn and help out the next generation, regardless of the fact that the New Zealand Coalition are incompetent to do that. So well done all those local food supplies and food chains helping schools provide a lunch for their students. And in fact, the roll on is that they sit in class and they are focused on their work. Now, we wish that Quasimodo, Luxem and Seymour actually have one of these $3 lunches to see whether they're focused. They must be eating it in Parliament because they're so unfocused on school lunches, the health department, the lack of nurses, lack of doctors, lack of teachers, lack of policemen, the list goes on. Now, as we've got Lent coming up and it's almost Easter, Gwen Stefani and Mark Wahlberg have begun to ask everyone to get on the Hello app, which is a prayer app, and they're trying to pray for peace and unity in the world as we speak during Lent leading up to Easter. Now, we hope that works, and we know it is because thousands upon thousands of people are stepping up for this Hello app. Now, if you want to have faith in a bigger power rather than Tsar Putin and his friend Trump, then go to church this Easter. Sit there, you don't have to participate, just feel the vibe of being quiet, not worrying about these other issues that these so-called leaders have caused in the world. In fact, with the school lunch issue, Erica Stanford has actually tried to help out her colleagues in the New Zealand Genocide Coalition government, and they've ignored her. So I say it's Women's Day and Women's Year this year. Like, give her the reins. You boys don't know what to do with your egos. She's got motherly issues. She's maternal, just like Jacinda. Women should lead all governments around the world. Here, we said that first on Kiwi News Briefs. Now, as Kiwis know that their relatives and people in Queensland are suffering after the cyclone, we don't want to see a whole group of people power walking along the beach during the last warnings of a cyclone in Queensland, nor do we want to see people windsurfing in the ocean when there might be a tsunami. If you want aid, then you go where you're told to by the Red Cross and the emergency services. It just looks pathetic. A little bit like today when every government in Europe is having a big meeting in Paris and then about stopping the war and upholding peace internationally. And then Ukraine starts firing on Russia this time. It's like someone handcuffed these people and put them in stocks so their own countries can actually throw pumpkins and cabbages at the heads. The world is trying to uphold peace, you two. Tsar Putin and Mr. Ukraine President Comedy Act. Get with the program. Now, we all would like to say that those people who are not using computers to pay their bills, keep doing that. Money in the hand is what counts as the world economy flounders. Go and pay your bills physically with money and your cards rather than online, because the amount of, we spoke to detectives at Auckland Central and they are saying that the scammers all over the internet are getting into people's bank accounts. So go pay your bills with cash. Bring back the cash, bring back the coin. It's more safe for you to pay your bills that way. On that note, we're going to do some cooking as we did for Easter, and we'll show you some recipes as we do them. So take care, take a deep breath, do some yoga when it all gets stressful with the Putins of this world and the Trumps of this world, and even Quasimodo Seymour, and anyway, let's just pray for them. Have a good week. Take care.